Unmute us. So whenever you're ready.
All right.
Oh, you've already started.
Well, welcome everybody to another beautiful day down in Ephraim. We're taking you down to Snow College basketball. I'm Easton Stoffer and this is Gary Chittister. Now we're going to take you down to the starting player lineups.
Number 34, Ogden Penzovic. USU-E is coached by Coach Michelli, his assistants Ray Jones Jr. and Curtis Cundy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your heads down, Snow College,
Got two losses in the SWAC right now, both of those coming to, again, a nationally ranked team, College of Southern Idaho. So if we take a look at the SWAC before we get the tip-off here, CSI is at 4-2, the Badgers 4-2, the Bruins at 4-3. Utah State Eastern was at the top, but they picked up a devastating loss to Colorado Northwestern. They're now at 3-3, and Colorado Northwestern at 1-6.
So Utah State Eastern won the tip. Passes it to number 22, Chase Berry. Takes it in. Passes it off. Takes it into the paint. Passes off. Chase Berry once again drives into the lane. Gives it off. It's off one more time. He's in trouble. He's going to see if he can take the shot. And that's a shot clock violation on USU Eastern.
Good defense by the Badgers to stop the penetration by USU Eastern. They really like to penetrate and dish. About everybody on the team will shoot a three if they need to, but they do like to penetrate and dish.
You know, sometimes that mid-range game just works out. No, I believe, yes, it is Hokanson that takes up to top of the key.
Walker draws the foul. The foul is going to be on Condi, I believe. Nope, it's Nokovic.
All right. Hokanson gets deflected, but it is saved. Hokanson gets the ball back to him. Takes it back to the top of the key. Now he drives in, passes it off, and it goes right out of bounds. It looks like off the hands of Jake Walker.
Now I think they're going to call that off Nokovic, and they're going to give it to the Badgers. Walker saw that it got tipped, pulled his hands back at the last second.
It's always a good thing. Hokanson takes it up again. Gets the pick set by Moore. And it's out of bounds.
Hokanson goes down, loses the ball. No foul called, loses it, and it'll go back to the Eagles.
All right. Blaze nailed, takes up to the front top of the key. Looks like we got a cutter here by number 4. Takes a step back and pops it right from downtown. 3-0 for USU Eastern. Checks it off to Stockton Shorts. Go ahead.
Sorry, this is the second meeting of these two teams. Badgers picked up a big win in Price. Hokanson, very long three off the mark.
He can hit those sometimes, but it's not always a good shot. So he takes it in the post up against Moore, and he gets it. Number 25, Stephen Jermick.
That's a great post up. He was way too low. Truman Moore's got to work harder to keep him further out of the paint.
I believe Moore was a redshirt this last year, wasn't he?
He was. He got injured before the season even started, so he ended up redshirting, and so this is his first full year.
Got knocked out of bounds by USU Eastern, and now falls into Hokanson. Looks like he was about to drive it in, passes it off. Jake Walker gets it and plays up a 3 and nails it. There's a tray for you and actually the first points by the Badgers from Jake Walker.
I don't think there's a team in the conference that shoots more threes than the Badgers.
Kind of reminds me of the Golden State Warriors. All right. Jeremich passes it off to Blaze. Neal takes it. Number 34. And then let's see. To Chase Berry, and he does the floater, and it hits it right at the buzzer. Nice shot.
Nice penetration and shot by Berry.
See, looks like Hokanson wants it again, passes it off. Another 3, and it's off the back iron, and it tips back to USU Eastern with the rebound.
I think that was Johnson that missed the 3 there.
Ooh. Just a bad look on that one, maybe bad pass.
I think Berry tried to go to the hole before he had a handle on it. Lost it out of bounds.
Looks like Hokanson takes it back up.
Badgers needing a win here at home to stay on top of the SWAC. And the Eagles trying to come up with a win to get back towards the top.
It was a good read by Chase Berry. Found the passing lane and just took advantage of it, took it way back for an easy 2. It looks like Jake Walker gets it back. Hokanson passes off to Stockton Shorts. Stockton Shorts passes it off to Braden Johnson. Jake Walker takes it back. Now Truman Moore gets the ball, posts up, and no good. Just a little hard.
Tried to work the left hand around the defender that time, and it just rolled off the rim.
Oh, nice pick there. Just couldn't quite connect on the shot. Rebound goes down to Snow as Stockton Shorts takes it up.
Badgers trying to work this motion offense out high and find somebody open.
It's kind of hard. This USU Eastern defense is really good so
It is
far.
good. Nice floater by Walker. Walker got into the lane and just did a little leap and leaner on the left side and comes up with a bucket.
All right. He takes it up. Passes it off to Chase Berry, who drives in, but decides to pass it out to Milkovic, who takes the jumper and comes off the back iron and gives it back to Stockton Shorts. He's now taking it up. Chase Berry on him. With the screen, it looked like from Truman Moore. Not take it. It's like Walker, oh no, Hokanson.
Hokanson tried to get that pass to Truman Moore, but it just didn't bounce up high enough. When you pass to the big guy, you got to get it up at least around his waist, and that I don't think even got above his knees.
No, I think the defense did a really good job on muffing that one up for him. So Blaze Neal takes it up, passes off Chase Berry. Berry tried to get it in to the big man, Steven Jeremich. At least that's how you. And it just couldn't quite get to him. Kind of another low pass. Hokanson takes it up. Walker trying to make a cutter.
Nice back door to Walker, but
does not get it. A little short. Hit the back iron there. Looks like Nokovic takes it up. Sees one of his man. Screen. Passes it off to the big man. Chase Berry takes it. Drives it in. Another great pass. Blaze nailed. No call got hit there. And we have a big.
That was a lot of contact for no call. Stockton Shorts worked underneath.
All right. Chase Walker gets it. Passes back to Stockton Shorts. He drives in and gives it back to Hokanson. Since an outside. Breaks down the defense. And no. It's a little hard off the back there. Blaze Nield throws it to Chase Berry. Chase Berry takes it up. Gives it back to Nield. Nild's taking his time. Gets the pick. But is batted away by Stockton Shorts. And then there's Hokanson who takes it away and lays it up and in.
Nice move by Hokanson to protect the basketball with his body and then lay it up with the left hand.
Nokovic takes it up. between his legs and starts to drive. Oh, gives to his man, number 34, and it is in. Nice pass to Onajen Patanovic. See, Hokanson passes off to Shorts. Shorts takes the little drive to the hoop and makes it with a little jump shot floater. Chase Berry's not too happy with his man there. So Blaze Neal takes it up. Gives it off to Patanovic. Patanovic gives it to their big man, number 25, Steven Jeremic, who gets fouled. So it looks like it's going to be 2 shots at the line and a timeout.
Media timeout. So looking at some statistics here, 3-point field goal percentage, the Badgers shooting 42% from behind the 3-point line. That's number 1 in the conference. USU Eastern is second at 35%. So a full 7 percentage points, the lead for the Badgers in that.
And I really think that's what keeps that Snow offense going is those 3-pointers, and especially that percentage, which shows.
I agree. Take a look at how many they actually shoot. I just gave you the percentage. Badgers average making 14.4 a game. The next closest is CSI that makes 9.5 per game. So the Badgers making 5 more 3-point shots per game than the next closest team. The Badgers shooting 421 over 21 games so far. Colorado Northwestern actually shooting more as they're shooting 428. CSI shoots 629. So a bit surprising, quite honestly, that there's a couple of teams in the conference that shoot more. The Badgers just happen to make more.
It's all about making shots, right?
It is. For some reason, they don't count the ones you just shoot.
Jeremic with the first, and he gets the first one.
Back to a 3-point lead for the Eagles.
Jeremic lines up for the second one. And the second one bounces off, but USU gets the rebound.
Badgers standing around flat-footed. They did a good job of boxing off, but once you box off, you got to grab the basketball.
Nokovic drives it in, but he got stopped by the defense right there. He's looking for help. Passes off to Jeremic, who drives it in and gets it back to the other forward there.
Under 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Nokovic takes the shot, and it bounces off. Got lucky there. Jeremic almost had a hand on that one. Hokanson pass. Ooh! A lot of contact there for Snow's number 30, I believe. Bretson Blackner got hit pretty hard there. I couldn't tell who got him, though.
Looks like they're going to give the foul to 00. Tanner Nygren.
All right, passes it in. Passes it off. Passes it off again to number 24. Hokanson takes it and passes it off again to number 30, Bretson Blackner. And he gives it off too. It gets back to Hokanson.
Hokanson went around the baseline and came back outside and got the pass back.
Oh, 3 by Blackner.
Blackner, yeah, Brandon Blackner. That ties it up at 12. This is the first time the Badgers have tied it.
Looking for help there. Nokovic comes back. And we have a little bit of a touch call there. Nokovic, what they got hit on the way in on his drive.
Kind of swept the ball underneath Blackner and then started to go with the left hand, and Blackner got caught holding him up.
So it'll look like very James Harden-esque. Gets it into Blaze Neal, who drives it in. Hokanson right on his tail.
Good defense by Hokanson to stop him.
Tries to get it to their big man, which they do, number 33. Tries to drive it in. They get out to number 15, who hits it. And that would be Tyler Walker. So far, Hokanson takes it up, passes off to number That got past to number 24 as he gives it
That's
back.
Houston.
Number 5, who can't just quite hit it, and that was Darian Neviker. Neviker just quite get a hold of that one. Gets passed down court to 0, now back to Walker, and now back to Blaze Neild, who looks like asked for the screen, but he got a double team and got it back to his big man there, number 34. And the rebound goes back down to the Badgers, who's back now to Neviker. Passes away cross court. And they get it back to number 24, now Hokanson, who takes a deep 3. And it's just off the corner there. Rebound goes to USU Eastern, who's kind of playing a very fast defense right now. Blaze Neild takes it in with a nice little move.
Euro step by Blaze on the baseline there. Kind of faked towards the middle and then took it back to the baseline.
Neviker takes the 3, but that is
He's off on the 3.
Blaze Neild taking it again. I think he's feeling it. No, Hokanson with a good defense. Pass off number 0, Nidgener. A lot of contact there. The refs.
Houston got the rebound and tried to push it up the floor and got tripped. That's going to be the second foul on Tanner Nygren. It's
number 13 for the Badgers coming in, Roman Behrens. 31 is throwing it in for him, Braden Johnson. Behrens takes up the front court and passes it off to Blackner. Blackner kind of drives, and we have a foul. It looks to be on Chase Berry.
Coach Bocelli not too happy with that.
It did look a little ticky, but I could be wrong. Passes it into Behrens again. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson gives it off to Houston. Houston does a little move to fake the defender, but he has to pass it off to Neviker. Behrens with the ball again. Looks like he's looking for help. Drives it in, gives it back to Johnson. Johnson lost a hold of it, and USU takes it with a turnover. 21, Blaze Neild up the court again, passes it over. Walker's got the ball. Takes it around the back court, gives it off to number 21, who passes down and underneath. A little post-up move did not work. Great defense by Blackner. Nice cross-court pass there to Houston. Neviker takes it, and we got a travel on Neviker.
Badgers have gone a long time here without getting a bucket. They trail by 5, 17-12.
There's a timeout.
And the Badgers are going to take a timeout.
Good idea by the coach to take a timeout right now, especially with the high turnover rate seems to be going on in this first half. So, speaking of last week's game against Salt Lake City Community College, that was a kind of a lights-out shooting night you don't often see from the Badgers, and you can tell it's not quite that night yet. They're still trying to find their shot.
Yeah, when the Badgers can hit the 3, it's tough to defend. They can spread a defense pretty well because about every person on the floor for the Badgers can and will shoot the 3.
All right, Blaze Neild takes it up the court and passes it off to Chase Berry. Berry looking for help. Gives it back to Neild. Neild takes a little bit of a screen. Gives it to Walker. Walker drives it in. Oh,
nice block from behind by Johnson.
And the ball goes down to the Badgers.
Braden Johnson with the block from behind, and then it goes off USU and out of bounds. So Johnson will come out. Truman Moore checks back in.
Blackner looks like he's throwing it in to Burns there. Burns gets the ball and starts taking it up the court. Blaze Neild just right there on the S to find him. Passes it off to Houston. Houston really under some defense by Walker. Trying to get under skin there. Gives it off to Moore though. Moore passes off to Burns. Looks like Neviker's taking off. A little post-up move. Gives it back to Houston. Burns takes it. Another little pop shot there by Neviker and does not go in. The drought continues.
Condi with really good defense that time against Neviker.
Oh, and then we got a 3 by Blaze Neild and just bounces off. close on that one. Neverker got the rebound and takes it up, gives it back to Burns. Blackner gives it off. Oh.
Houston is really getting frustrated right now because Walker is in his shorts playing defense. I mean, he has got no room at all, and Walker tried to bring the ball back in front of him. Walker knocked it out of bounds, and you could see that Houston was a little bit frustrated.
Looks like Truman Moore wants it, but now he's going to post up against big man. Nice
move, but he can't finish. Good rebound by Houston.
Burns with a 3, no.
Barron's off the mark, and then Truman Moore, I think, went over the back.
There's a little bit of contact, too, if you looked over with Blackner and Chase Berry. It's now USU's ball.
So that's the second on Truman Moore.
That's not good to get in that kind of foul trouble early. Blaze Neal takes up court, passes off to Walker, but Houston.
Now Houston's give a little payback against Walker.
Oh, Jeremich about lost the ball there. Chase Berry drives it in on Neverker and Moore, but he gives it back out to Blaze Neal. Neal does a little bit of a
6 seconds on the shot clock.
He takes it in, little jump shot. Oh, about in. Truman Moore
looked like it could have been a push. No call. Badgers good hustle to come up with the rebound.
I give credit to Neverker on that one. That was close to being USU Eastern's ball. Neverker kind of danced straight in. Looks like Moore's about to try to take a 3. Pass off to Burns. Burns needs help. Cross-court pass to Neverker, and Neverker doesn't take it. Houston drives it in, passes it back out, and we got a foul on Walker.
Team foul on USU Eastern. Next one will put the Badgers in the bonus.
USU Eastern are already 6 fouls. Barons takes it up. Cups Key. He drives it in. Passes back off to Stockton Shorts. Shorts takes the 3 and he nails it. Makes it 15-17. Now down 2 from USU Eastern.
That's how that 3-point shot can get you right back into a ball game quickly. Stockton Short's able to hit the one almost straight down the pipe.
It's become a lot more important as Chase Berry tries to take another one. Barnes picks back up. Stockton.
Usually these two teams will shoot pretty well on each other's floor because they're if you look at any of the floors in the conference, these two, USU Easterns and Snows, are about the most similar.
They are. And we had another 3 there by Houston. Houston finally getting on the board there.
And I think this is the Badgers' first lead.
It is, actually. So
they tied it once, and now it's Badger lead.
Nokovic passed it off to the big man. Now they got it to a foul.
Nope, they're going to call travel. Looked like Condi shuffled his feet. He made a good pump fake, got the defender in the air, but then shuffled his feet before he went up for the shot. We got a media timeout.
Now, like you said, with the 3 now, how you can get you back in the game. You notice now as the game's kind of evolved, the 3s become more important to the game itself. It used to be just getting those mid-range shots back in the day.
Well, and the Badgers have finally started to hit a few, and you can see the defense, or the difference. They were down in the ball game early, and now hitting a few 3s have gotten them back into the ball game and gotten them a lead.
I got to keep that lead up, though, because I don't think USU Eastern's going anytime soon.
No, and you know, USU Eastern is a really good shooting team, and like I say, they match up really well with the Badgers. The biggest defense or difference has been the big guy inside, I think, Jeremich, who's really overpowering just about anybody the Badgers can put on him.
He's really kind of shutting Moore down at the moment. As you noticed, Truman Moore's kind of been having a rough time with them, and that's been throwing the Badger offense off a little bit as well because he's a big part of it.
Well, I would imagine we probably won't see Truman Moore at all the rest of this first half because he's got the 2 personal fouls.
I agree. Blackner gives it off to Barnes. Barnes takes it up to the top of the court.
And USU Eastern has taken out Jeremich too, so.
They have their big man.
Nice move by Behrens. Nice move.
He took advantage without Jeremich in there.
It makes such a big difference because he's not there to clog up the middle, and the Badgers aren't afraid to take it to the hole when he's on the bench.
Number 34 takes it. Paktonovic about lost it, but gives off to Nokovic for the 3, but he misses it. Never comes down with the rebound, gives off to Behrens.
Nice job by Houston to get out defensively and get a hand up on that shot.
Blackner gets it. Pass off to Shorts. Shorts with a little Euro step, but
that would have been quite the bucket. Just couldn't get enough English on it to get it to go off the glass.
Nokovic looked like he's about to take the 3. Gives off to Neild again. Neild penetrates, and what a shot with a Euro step. And he just does a little bit of a finger roll, looks like, and lays it in.
Badgers are going to have to help on defense when he's got the ball outside.
Behrens takes it in. Gets to the big man, passes it out. Nebeker drives, almost lost the ball. Gives
almost
it back
traveled too.
Behrens passes off to Blackner. Blackner gives it off to Stockton Shorts. Behrens drives, gives it off to Nebeker, but we have an offensive foul.
They're going to call an offensive foul.
That was a great pass by Behrens to Nebeker.
So drawing the offensive foul was Pantovic. Badger lead is down to 1, and the Eagles with the ball.
Nokovic takes it. He's looking for help. Looks like Chase Berry's about to get it, but the defense is good. It's back to Neild. Neild passes it back off to Nokovic. Nokovic looks like he got a screen. Gives that to Paktonovic, who could not finish.
And then Berry goes over the top.
Got a
good job boxing off that time by Blackner. One thing I don't mean to be too critical. Blackner did a great job of boxing up, but then he's got to go get the ball.
Yes.
I mean, that ball hit the floor. Once he boxes off, he's got to go get it. Able to draw the foul, though, and the Badgers in the bonus now. They'll shoot 1 and 1.
Looks like Blackner's taking the bonus foul shooting here.
Walker has checked back in for the Badgers.
And he gets the 1 right there. Going back for the 2nd. You know, Walker's been kind of having a quiet night so far. He did hit that 1 shot there, but that's about it so far. And they need to get him going. And he hits the last one. But they need to get him going because he's such a great kind of 3-point shooter on the team.
He is.
Pass off there to number 0, Nygren. Give it back to Nokovic. Nokovic gets the screen he wanted, but he loses the ball, but he gets it back. Blaze Neild passes it back to Paktonovic, who drives it in, but the defense is good. Nygren gives it off again to Paktonovic, who with maybe 4 Badgers lays it up and in.
With the left hand even. Nice job by Pantovic to get that bucket in traffic. Cuts the Badger lead back to 1.
All right. Blackner gets it. He drives in.
Wanted a pick and didn't get it. Instead took it to the baseline. Walker for 3 off the mark.
But Nebeker.
Nice rebound by Nebeker.
And a foul on Paktonovic. See, that's what I like about Nebeker. He's always there for the offensive rebound. Even though if he's having a struggling shooting game, he's there for the offensive rebound.
You know, his game is a lot like Stockton Shorts. They do a lot away from the ball, coming up with that loose ball, coming up with an offensive or defensive rebound when you need it.
Now 23-21, Snow College. And he makes,
he missed the second one.
Looked right on there, but now the rebound goes to USU Eastern. Blaze Neild kind of taking the defense off its legs there. The defense now managed to get back into transition. Neild up against Walker. Gives it off to Nygren.
Ooh, Nebeker got a hand on it, didn't chase it down though.
Looks like Paktonovic.
Nebeker steals it away from Pantovic.
Great defense by Nebeker. Walker gets hacked on the way up as he drives in. Try to do a little bit of a Euro step and lay it up and in there.
Good job by Walker, though, to take it to the hole and draw the contact against the Eagles. Looks like the Eagles are going to take a timeout.
I don't think the coach really liked that. Let him driving in there and getting the foul.
I watched most of the game that the Badgers played against the Eagles in Price, and this is very similar to it. It was very close all throughout the first half, very close in the second half, and the Badgers kind of pulled away in about the last 5-6 minutes. But these two teams are very evenly matched.
They are, and you can just kind of tell by the court play tonight. And, you know, I give it to the Snow Badgers right now without Truman Moore, kind of a defensive presence to kind of help him out a bit with this one, because that Jeremich, who's still not in, he's still taking a rest, but he still had an impact on this game.
Condi will check back in. Blaze Neild, we've mentioned his name quite a bit for USU Eastern. He leads the SWAC in scoring, averaging 21.4 points per game.
And Walker gets the first of 2.
And Pantovic is number 6 in the conference. The Badgers only have one player in the top 10, and that's Truman Moore. Truman Moore is averaging 12.9 points per game.
And he makes the second, caught the rim and went in. Blaze Neild takes it up. Like you said, you got to watch him.
Well, he can create his own shot. He's a good ball handler. He can penetrate. He can either dish or take it all the way to the hoop for the score. Haven't seen him really shoot many outside shots yet.
I've seen him shoot too, and it looks like he wants a screen right here. Going up against Walker, passes it off. Condi kind of broke the defense down there a bit, little defensive shutdown, and he gets the easy 2. He
just did a great job of screening Stockton Shorts away from the ball.
Oh,
nice pass by Shorts to get it into Walker, and Walker with the easy layup.
Nice backdoor cut, but Blaze Neild takes it up and passes off to Nygren. Nygren drives it in, almost loses it. Good defense by Stockton Shorts.
Shorts got a hand on it and knocked it away that time from Nygren.
Nokovic passes off. Get it down to Condi. Condi drives it in, just cannot finish it. About got tipped in by the big man, number 33, Ruzek.
Nice move by Nebeker.
We get a foul called on Condi, it looks like.
3-point shot was hit by Blackner, but it's going to be Nebeker going to the line. Now we're in the double bonus. This is quite a disparity. There's been 10 team fouls on the Eagles and only 4 on the Badgers. So the Badgers will shoot 2 for the final 2 minutes and 3 seconds.
And, you know, when you're a coach, you don't want to see your team get into the bonus too early like they have in this game. This game is they kind of got into it too early. And I think when he gets them into the locker room during halftime, he's going to kind of talk to him about that.
Nebeker's got some blood, it looks like, on his jersey. And where that's located on his back, I really don't think that came from him. I think somebody else on the court is bleeding, and they probably ought to check some of the other players.
I think so, too.
So Spencer Mack is going to take the hydrogen peroxide and try to get that out of Nebeker's jersey. Badgers will have to do a substitute, and they go to Johnson.
Johnson, another great shooter on the team as well.
Johnson's had some really big games lately.
He has.
In fact, I think he was Player of the Week.
A while back.
Either this week or last week.
He had a great game against Salt Lake Community College.
That's probably what it was. He was named Player of the Week after last week. Nygren, a long shot, no good.
Looks like Hokinson comes down with the rebound and takes it up the court really fast. Try to get it to Blackner, but Blackner couldn't quite hold on to it. Cross-court pass to Nygren, and Nygren just gets the easy 2 after.
Boy, that's a tough turnover for the Badgers. Turnover turned into easy points for the Eagles.
It did. It's now 25-29. So Hokinson takes it in, gives it off to Blackner. Blackner has up to top to key to Stockton Shorts. He drives it in and just missed Walker.
I like the Badgers' ball movement right there. Just a little too hot to handle as Walker was making the cut, and Stockton Shorts made the pass, but it was just, they were too close, and the pass seemed to be a little too hot.
Yeah, I agree. And Walker looks like he was a little far ahead, too, with that pass. Just off to the big man. Passes off to Blaze Neild. Neild at the top of the key, calling the play. Gives off to Nokovic. Nokovic passes back. Condi.
Badgers have gone to a 2-3 zone.
Oh, and it looks as Blaze Neild tried to take the 3. We got a foul, though.
They're going to call that on the Badgers on the box off.
Looks like a loose ball foul.
Blackner was boxing off the big guy for the Eagles, and he got called for the foul.
I'd have to see that call again. It looks like now back to USU Eastern. Blaze Neal barely got it there. The Hokanson, great defense, gives it off to Nygren there. Nygren passes it into Condi. Condi with a turnaround jump shot and just banks it in.
I don't think he called that.
I don't think he did either.
If you bank it in from straight away, you got to call it.
Oh, no. Back to the Badger ball. Passes off to Johnson, top of the key. It's like Hokanson passes down back to Blackner. Blackner looks like he wants to drive it in. Gives it off to Johnson.
Oh.
Johnson off the back iron.
Little too hard.
It's like Blaze Neal, they're going to want a little bit of the time off the clock here.
Play for the last bucket here. They could tie it at halftime or take a 1-point lead. Badgers still in a zone. They don't play a zone very often, but I like it when they shake it up.
Gets it down and underneath. Passes off to Nygren. Nygren drives, little floater, and barely misses it.
He knew the shot clock was running down, and he kind of had to short arm it and get it out of his hand if he was going to have a chance to score it. And that kind of threw his shot off, so it was no good.
Though, a little bit, the concerning thing with that play, though, is he had a bit of an opening right straight through there.
So the Badgers keep the 2-point lead here at halftime, 29-27. We'll probably shut off some audio here for a little bit, run down and get some stats, and come back and share some stats with the viewing audience.
Just another reminder to get your SWAC and team store located in the east end of the stands.
All right. Hello, everyone. This is off with your halftime stats. So first, starting off with your shooting percentages for both teams. USU Eastern's at a good solid 44% all around. Their three-point field goal percentage 25%, which is not good right now, and they're 50% from the free throw line. Only made 1 of 2. While the Badgers, on the other hand, are shooting, their total field goal percentage is 39% and 33% from 3, and they have an 87% free throw percentage.
So they're shooting the same from overall as they are from three-point range.
Pretty much.
They've got to bring that up, I think, if they're going to be able to pull away and have a chance to win against USU Eastern.
I think so, too. And the thing that I think is helping out with the Badgers with the lead still is this 25% three-point field goal percentage.
Well, take a look at how many times the Badgers have been to the free throw line, 8 times compared to only 2 for USU Eastern. But that plays into the fact that USU Eastern got the Badgers into the bonus very early.
Yeah.
They were shooting 2 for the last 2 minutes, and I think it was about the 8-minute mark, 7-minute mark where they got into the bonus.
Yeah. I think that's what the coach is going to sit down those USU players right now and talk to them about, is not trying to, make the stupid fouls. I mean, foul on smart plays, but telling them to not get them in the bonuses early.
Not to jump too far away from the stats, but looks like it was Hokanson that actually earned the Player of the Week honors last week for the Badgers.
Congratulations to Hokanson. He had a good game too last week.
Against Salt Lake, yeah.
And speaking of Hokanson, there are his stats. Really, his total points, it's kind of been quiet. He has 2 points in the first half. And rebounds, really total, he has 2, which he's helped out with that there. And
anytime you can get 2 rebounds from your point guard, that's that's pretty good.
I think he's been trying to help out on that other end tonight. And then right now with him, he's got 1 assist. It looks like he's playing in there. And Truman Moore hasn't had quite much just because of foul trouble.
Well, fortunately, he didn't pick up that 3rd foul in the first half, so they'll go back and start him, and hopefully he can get some good minutes without picking up that 3rd foul.
And speaking of the other point guard on the team, Blaze Neild, who's right now shooting 2 of 6, which is surprising for how good he looks like he's been doing out there. He has a total of 4 points, it looks like, and 1 assist.
One thing that jumps out at me looking at USU Eastern is they've really spread it out. They've got 3 players, four players with 4 points, 3 players with 3 points, and 1 with 2. So they've really spread it out a lot.
It's team basketball.
Yeah.
If you can get everybody to contribute, then you mostly will win as long as you're starting to hit shots. Kind of, goes to show. Well, only a few on Snow have hit quite there. Jake Walker, in fact, has 9, so he's the highest scorer right now with, let's see, Stockton Shorts with 5, and it looks like Braden Johnson as well, or no, Blackner with 5. So those are the 3 highest scorers right now for Snow. So that's
Badgers lead rebounding 16 to 14.
And you can kind of tell with that too, because they come down with all those offensive rebounds throughout the quarter, or the half there. My bad. And I'm interested to see how Neverker is doing. Neverker coming off the bench.
Has 4 rebounds.
And he has 3 points as well. Not a big scoring night, but 4 rebounds will help you on down the stretch there. So you keep doing that.
And take a look at, we talked about free throw shooting. Badgers 7 out of 8. Nebeker has made 4 trips to the free throw line, made 3 out of 4.
Jake Walker as well, 2 of 2.
2 for 2, and Blackner 2 for 2. Only one to make it to the free throw line for the Eagles is Stefan Jeremic. He's 1 out of 2. So if the Badgers can keep them off the free throw line, that's going to work out really well for them. Usually you see things kind of turn around in the second half, though. The refs look at that scoreboard as well, and when they saw 10 to, what was it, final 4?
It was 4 fouls on
Yeah,
there.
4 personal fouls on the Badgers. Now, actually, they've got them for 5, I guess. But 10 to 5, they see that too, and they're
going to even it out.
They kind of tend to even it out a little bit, yep.
So, speaking of Jeremich, though, who's had an impact on this game, he's 1 of 1, so he's got one of the best shooting percentages right now. So does Nick Houston, and well as Blackner. They both made 1 of 1, and they're both 3-point shots.
We ought to mention, too, that the Lady Badgers picked up a big win against USU Eastern earlier this afternoon.
So my thoughts on that game, I was here for that one. And I was really surprised because USU Eastern has a really good forward in, I believe, Alyssa Crumley, and a great point guard in, I'm trying to remember her name now. She was just here.
While you're looking for that, I'll run down the standings for the women real quick. Snow College at the top of the Scenic West 2018-2019 basketball standings with a record of 5-2. College of Southern Idaho at 5-2. Salt Lake Community College, who is the only team I believe that was nationally ranked, are now at 5-3. Utah State Eastern 3-4, and Colorado Northwestern has yet to pick up a win. They are at 0-7.
Great pickup too by the women's last week as well.
Yes.
To beat Salt Lake City Community College, and I just found out it's Emery Wagstaff. She's a really good point guard. In fact, she's listed as a guard, but she played point most of the game, and kind of made me wonder. She was the best shooter in that game. They didn't let her have the ball too much, and she was quite deadly.
Let's take a look at the schedule for the women coming up. See who the Badgers have next week. Let me go to the other website, I guess, real quick here, if I can find it. There we go. Badgers are going to be on the road. What is it? Don't they play USU Eastern next week on Thursday?
I think they do. I'd have to.
Okay. Today's the 2nd. No, they got Colorado Northwestern on Thursday, February 7th, and back home against Colorado Northwestern. So the Badgers have back-to-back with Colorado Northwestern Thursday out there and then Saturday here. So the Badgers back home again next Saturday, 1 week from today, taking on Colorado Northwestern. And again, I mentioned this before the game started. Colorado Northwestern knocked off USU Eastern.
They did?
Yeah, they did. And so a big win for Colorado Northwestern. They took Salt Lake Community College into overtime out there. So that's becoming a tough place to play out there, and a pretty good team this year for Colorado Northwestern. So the Badgers play at Colorado Thursday, back home again on Saturday against Colorado Northwestern.
And they go on the road again.
Then the road again next Thursday and Saturday. Thursday at Utah State University Eastern, Saturday at Salt Lake Community College, and then the Badgers wrap up here at home on Thursday, February 21st. So that's both men and women's schedule for the next couple of weeks.
CSI is going to be a tough end game there.
It is. The Badgers have yet to beat CSI, and quite honestly, they've been taken out of the game very early.
They have.
CSI jumped on top of them here at home, got an early lead, and then held on to it, and did the same thing to the Badgers when they were on the road at CSI. Just took them out of it early. They were down 13 points very early in that game, tried to battle back, played hard, but just weren't able to get back into it.
Though you got to give credit to that CSI kind of organization. They've managed to build a good team over there.
They've been a perennial powerhouse for years and years, and won some national championships. Salt Lake Community College has probably had the most recent success in the SWAC, as they've gone to the Nationals a few times and picked up at least one national championship, maybe two. I'd have to take a closer look at that.
Yeah, and give credit, too, to Salt Lake Community College. Both Both hard areas, I feel like, to kind of recruit in. I mean, Southern Idaho is not quite the destination for most people, and nor is Salt Lake City. But they have a really good recruiting program down there to do that.
Yeah, CSI gets a lot of Division I players that don't qualify academically, so they go to CSI, play for 2 years, get their academics in order, and then go on to Division I programs. Just a reminder for everybody this year, the SWAC tournament will be held in Price at the Buntle Dimitrich Activity Center, and that will be on February 28th through March 2nd. And they should have all those games live streamed if you don't make it over to Price. We won't have them here on Snow TV, but they will have those games through the SWAC.
You heading to that tournament, or are you staying home?
I think I'll probably be staying home.
Don't want a little trip out the Price? Just over the mountain here.
Just over the mountain. It's not too far. In fact, I was on that side of the mountain this morning for 8th grade girls basketball. And it's a long ways to drive to get to the other side of the mountain.
Especially when it's frozen on top of the mountain right now.
There's no straight lines. So the Badgers a 2-point lead, and it looks like they will have possession to start the second half.
Right now they're wrapping up a bit of practice and shoot around here. So what do you think your keys are for both teams coming into this second half?
I really think the Badgers have to try to stop the Eagles from getting a lot of points inside, either penetration with
Blaze Neild.
Blaze Neild, thank you. Just had that name escape me for a moment. And also inside Jeremic. He's a powerhouse inside. The Badgers got to do what they can to keep him off that extreme low block. Offensively, I think the Badgers need to get some good looks. I hate to see them settle for that quick three. If they run their motion offense, they can usually get a good look for a three without having to cast it up early. I like them running the shot clock and getting good look. I hope they don't give up on going inside, even though Jeremic is inside there and really clogs up the inside. He's a big body. And there we go. They went right inside to Truman Moore, but he couldn't get the layup.
You know, that Jeremic kind of reminds me of Rudy Gobert a bit, just the way he affects the game and how big he is.
I think he's got a lot more muscle than
Rudy Gobert.
But Gobert is a great player. It's a shame he got snubbed from the All-Star game.
It is. Shout out to Gobert. Utah's behind you. And it looks like Jeremic got fouled there as he went up.
Stockton Shorts got caught trying to help as Jeremic went right by Truman Moore.
Jeremic shooting 2 at the line. Hasn't missed a shot tonight until now.
You jinxed him hard.
I did. That's what all the announcers do. Going to shoot the last one to miss the first one.
Badgers need to box off. The last time a free throw was missed by USU Eastern, they got the rebound.
And he gets the second. Moore passing it back in to Hokanson.
Cuts the Badger lead to 1.
Hokanson taking up the court, calling the play. Passes off to Walker. Walker looking for a cutter there.
Boy, Johnson was open on the baseline. They didn't get it into him.
It's like Hokanson got a little bit of a switch, but passes off to Walker. Johnson gives it off to Moore. Moore looking for a route. Gives it off to Johnson again up the top of the key. Johnson got it back to Shorts. Shorts drives
nice
in
move.
And lays it up and in.
Nice move by Shorts. He kind of gave a little head and shoulder fake, and he froze Jeremic and then laid it off the glass.
And I think that's what you need to do against Jeremic, because you're not going to win against him just by going up. It's like gives off to Blaze Neild. Neild gives it off to Jeremic. Jeremic gives it to Nokovic. Nokovic about lost it there. Good defense by the Badgers. Walker on him. Blaze
good defense by Walker.
Gives it back to Blaze Neild. Neild, Chase Berry. Berry.
Oh, what a great block. He didn't have to, but Truman Moore got a hand on it. The shot clock had expired before, but good job by Moore to give a little message there.
No, Hokinson takes up front key after Johnson passes in. Blaze Neild right there to meet him. Walker looking for a little cutter again. Stockton Shorts tried to get it into Moore, but Chase Berry read that quite well as he passes off to Nokovic with a little fake there, but couldn't quite get it.
I honestly thought Berry might have got hit, or Nokovic, whoever it was that went for that layup. I thought they got hit, no call.
It did kind of look a little iffy there. Nokovic had to adjust his shot there a bit. Speaking of which, Nokovic passing up to Jeremich. Jeremich looking for some help. Neild, he's back to Neild. Neild gets the screen, passes off to Berry. Berry with a 3, and it does not convert. As Walker takes it up court, passes it off to Hokinson as Hokinson gives it back to Shorts. Shorts tells Johnson to come up, but gives it off to Moore, who's wide open. But
I'd like to see Truman hit one of those. I know he can hit the 3.
He can. He hit 2 at Salt Lake Community College game. Looks like we have a kickball violation, I believe.
I don't like that. I don't think that was a kick. It looked more like Hokinson threw it off the leg of Jeremich, but Badgers get it back.
Stockton Shorts with the cutter.
Nice, quick shot. He didn't even touch that hardly with both hands. He caught the pass and quickly put it up and off the glass.
You always like to see somebody with those catch and shoots to make them right there. Artanovic, he looks like he got fouled there.
He did. Johnson got caught slapping at the ball. I think this is the Badgers' biggest lead, a lead of 5, 33-28.
It is their biggest lead right now. And that shows how tough this USU Eastern team has been playing them on defense.
So we talked about the foul situation in the first half. Already the Badgers have 2 here in the second and none on USU Eastern.
Nokovic looks like he was calling in for a screen there. Pektanovic gives him it, but he passes off to Jeremich. Jeremich has no help there. Gives it off to Blaze Neild. Neild with a step back and does not hit it. Stockton Shorts with the rebound, and he drives it in. It looks like it got pushed a little by Nokovic. Good defense by Nokovic. Passes off to Hokinson. Hokinson's looking for a help there as Truman Moore gives him the screen, and he steps back for a 3 and just cannot convert it. Bit of a drought here. Nigren, my bad. Nigren is wide open for a 3 but cannot hit it. Both teams are on a drought right now. Hokinson kind of passes back to Shorts with the 3.
Ooh, in and out.
Rebound goes down to USU Eastern as Blaze Neild takes it up. Neild crosses, and it's just blocked.
Nice block by Truman Moore.
He tried to kind of dance his way in there and get a little easy bucket, but Truman Moore with the steady block there. I believe that's 2 for him now. It looks like no foul. Looks like it's just bounced out of bounds, and he does get a foul there. Blaze Neild will be shooting 2 at the line.
I think Blaze Neild is a little bit frustrated. I mean, he's the leading scorer in the SWAC, and he's been held to, what do we say, 5 points?
5 points.
5 points in the first half.
The fans are getting into it now as Blaze Neild hits the first of 2. And you can't imagine if you were in Neild's shoes, if you're scoring 20 points a game, and now you're really getting frustrated by the team, this defense of the Snow Badgers, you kind of be feeling it. It makes 2 of 2.
Hits 2 out of 2 on that trip. Cuts the Badger lead to 3.
Hokinson takes it up court. Moore not too far behind. We got a bit of cutting. Johnson takes it. He drives it in, passes it down. What a nice pass.
Oh, Truman Moore missed the bunny. He was point blank and just short-armed it off the front of the rim.
Those are sometimes the ones you just take and dunk them. Pass back to Jeremich. Jeremich drives in on Moore, but Moore has good defense, and he gives it back to Neild. Stockton Shorts on Neild. Neild gives it a Pektanovic. Pektanovic is fouled. Walker
got caught with his hand reaching in and got part of the arm.
It looks like Moore is coming out, and it's substitution as Nebeker takes his place.
I'm sure Truman is really upset at missing that shot from point blank. Nobody on him defensively either.
And they called on the ground. That's 4 fouls now on the Snow Badgers. Passes it off to Nokovic. Nokovic looking for a little path there, does not find it. Passes it back to Blaze Niels. Paktanovic drives it in. A little turnaround and hits it.
Baseline fall-away jumper goes. Cuts the lead to 1, 33-32.
So Hokinson's calling the play right now. Neverker does not go in for the screen. Looks like he was about to. Walker drives it in, gives it off to Neverker. Neverker is trying to find some help. Gives it back to Hokinson. Hokinson outside the key as Jeremic picks him up, and I think he fouls him.
Kind of threw an arm bar into Hokinson as Hokinson was looking to drive, and so Jeremic will
come out.
Check out.
Ruzek comes in.
Wojciech Ruzek.
Neberker drives it in.
And he can't get it to go.
He was trying to get it on Paktanovic.
That thing touched almost every part of the rim before it rolled off.
Blaze Niels gets the screen, but he passes off to Paktanovic, who takes the three and drains it in Neverker's face. And Neverker does not like that. Hokinson will take it up, and that makes USU with the lead now. Johnson fakes it there, passes it off to Stockton Shorts. Shorts,
nice move
with the reverse layup.
Shorts was not happy he didn't get the pass in the corner for the three, and then he cut baseline and found himself wide open, and Johnson hit him.
I think that's what's been really keeping Snow in the game is those cuts. It's been getting in between the defensive line there.
Well, you don't have Jeremic in the ball game right now, so take it to the hoop.
Now Nokovic gives it off to Paktanovic. Paktanovic wants to get it in, but the double team gets him as Nygren drives it in and gets a reverse layup with a hand in his face. Nice
move by Nygren to use the rim to protect the shot and kind of shot it up over his shoulder.
Hokinson trying to get the spark going. Pass off to Neverker. Neverker tries to lob it in there to Johnson.
He was triple teamed. That's not a good pass.
With a steal right there. That's another turnover for the Snow Badgers as Blaze Nield dances around, gets past the defense, and passes over to, looks like Nygren. And
Hokinson's going to get called for the foul.
And we got a timeout, I believe, by the Snow Badgers. Media timeout, my bad. So, turnovers right now are killing the Snow Badgers, and I think also is they're letting a lot of points in the paint go for the USU Eastern Eagles. You can hear that
Hokinson's checked out, and it looks like Walker's out as well. So the Badgers going to go here with Behrens running the point guard.
And that's where they got their lead. Barron's running the point guard.
That's who brought them back into the ball game and able to get them going.
I don't think Hokinson and Walker have been doing too bad. It's just that there's been a lot of missed shot opportunities, I feel like, with Walker, who's had a few contested threes that he hasn't just quite hit.
So the Badgers come back out on the floor, and they've got Behrens.
Houston also checks back
Blackner,
in.
Houston, Stockton Shorts, and Johnson. So a much smaller lineup right now for the Badgers.
Which kind of surprises me. They don't have that, USU doesn't have that Walker in to keep on Houston. And they pass it in. It's off to Blaze Nield. Nokovic gets back, passes back to Blaze Nield. Nield gets Nygren, gets it back. Nokovic gives it back to Blaze Nield. Nygren tries to drive it in, but the defense is just clogging up the paint. Nokovic takes the drive, stop and pop, does not get it.
Good defense by the Badgers and come up with the rebound. That shot was taken with 5 on the shot clock.
Barons passed it off, gave it to Houston for a second, but Houston gives it back. A little backwards pass to Johnson. Contested three, not a good shot. I know Johnson can hit those, but that's not a good shot. As Nygren takes advantage of Johnson not being back there with the easy two.
Nygren with a little Euro step, got on the side of Johnson and lays it in.
Barons takes it up, trying to get a little spark going here for the Snow offense. Barons tries to get the screen, but he gets picked up by Paktanovic, and he gives it off to Johnson, who's was been picked up by Nygren, and he gets called for a foul.
Pantovic is going to get called for the foul, and he'll check out. Condi's going to come in. 5-2 on team fouls, 5 against the Badgers, 2 on the Eagles.
As you said during halftime, everything's evening out a bit right now. Barron's trying to find somebody to pass it to, manages to get it off to Johnson in time. Johnson passes off to Houston. Houston gives it back to Barron's at the top of the court to Stockton Shorts. Shorts loses it. And
Nygren with the steal.
Fast break. Nygren gets fouled. Looks like hard, but he got up pretty fast. And he's going to shoot 2 at the line. That makes it about 6 fouls on the Snow Badgers.
Barron's did a good job to get back. And he actually cut in front of Nygren. Got his hands on it, but got some of the body as well.
And you kind of notice, I mean, you notice it now in the NBA a lot more too, and a bit more in college basketball, but how people are kind of a little bit more taking the fast break and fouls with it, you know, trying to sell it a bit more to get the foul.
Coach Bandocelli is, I think he's a little upset at how physical that foul was. I think he was trying to lobby for to get the 2 and the ball, but he's not going to get it. First free throw is good by Nygren.
You know, he did go down a little hard there, but I don't think that Barron's really meant to.
No, I don't think so either.
So he made 2 of 2 there. Barron's taking up court pretty quick, gets it down to Houston. Back to Barron's. Blackner gets it. He's looking for some help. Houston back down to Barron's. Barron's gives it back to Blackner. Gives it back to Barron's. Back to Blackner. Gives it off to
Alder, who's checked in.
And it looks like Barron's drives it in and tries to do a little bit of a turnaround jump shot and just cannot hit it. Great defense for USU Eastern. Blaze Neal takes it up the court and he gets a screen with a 3-pointer. It does not hit, but we got a foul on the floor.
That's going to be the second on Barron's, or third on Barron's.
That's not good. They need him.
2 in a row.
They need him in this game right now.
So here we are, already in the bonus at the 11:41 mark. USU Eastern is in the bonus.
You've seen the momentum change throughout the halves now, and he hits the first of 2. Number 33, Votek Ruzek. He is from the Czech Republic.
And he hits both. This is the biggest lead. A lead of 8 by USU Eastern over the Badgers.
Barron's finds Houston now with a cutter from Blackner, but the defense is right on his heels as he gives it back to Barron's. Barron's gives off to Houston, back to Blackner, down to Johnson. Johnson trying to find some help and gives it back to Blackner. Alder gives a little handoff to Blackner.
Nice move by Blackner.
Pushes his way in, does a little bit of bully ball, and just hits the layup, kind of Blake Griffin-esque.
Not the biggest player out there, Blackner, but he did a good job of using his body to shield the ball and laid it off the glass.
Nygren with another cutter and penetrated inside there, and he gets fouled hard again.
Alder's going to get called for the foul for the Badgers.
And I think right now with the Snow Badgers, they're leaving the paint kind of open there for Nygren to take advantage of his game and just to drive it to the hoop.
Yeah, he saw that too. He saw a big opening as he came around the top of the key and just took it right down the lane. Trevor Alder, a local boy, and Ephraim product, playing his second year on the Badgers.
Always nice to see a local guy get a shot here. Right?
I agree. Coach Rob Nielsen was at the Manti game on Friday. I tried to ask him if he was looking at anybody, but he was pretty tight-lipped and didn't say anything. Just said he was out to enjoy a basketball game.
So they all say, and you end up hearing about a player, right?
Now there's, what is it, four seniors on that Manti team. And there's maybe a couple that could come on this team and do a lot like what Trevor Alder is doing. Adam Huff, his dad works for the college. Charlie, I've forgotten his first name. Anyway, Huff. And you know, you bring a local kid like that on the team, it doesn't cost you a whole lot. You can give him books, you can give him fees. He's already got free tuition.
Yeah.
And he's a very physical player and could, you know, he could make some things happen for the Badgers.
Nygren at the line for 2. And speaking of local boys, Condi is actually from my area where I live.
Saratoga Springs. I meant to ask, I wanted to find out if he's a brother or maybe a nephew to Curtis Condi, who's the assistant coach for USU Eastern.
Maybe. I shout out to him, though, for representing Saratoga. And as Nygren hits the first of 2. Nygren makes 2 of 2. Barron's taking it up court.
And USU Eastern still leads by 8 over the Badgers. We're almost halfway through the second half. Barron's behind the back twice, still has the ball.
Gives off to Alder. Alder gives off to Moore. Moore drives it in on Jeremich.
Nice with the left hand. Great move by Truman Moore with the left hand. He really does have a great touch with both the right and the left hand. He's not afraid to shoot that jump hook with the left hand. That time he kind of did an up and under with the left hand.
Which is kind of a key for centers these days in this basketball world. You need to be good on both hands there. And now we got Blaze Neal kind of testing out the defense, drives in. Great defense by Moore as he bats it away, but it gives back to Nokovic. As Nygren drives in, stop and pop, hits it.
Gets the roll.
Barron's taking it up court again. Passes off to Alder. Alder gives it off to Blackner. Passes right into Moore and he gives it off to Alder. Alder with a 3, wide open, no. But great
nice job by Blackner.
And 1.
Gets the offensive rebound, lays it in, and draws the foul on Nokovic.
Great hustle by Blackner to get the rebound once again and then get a shot in and 1. So we got Neverker checking back in for Alder. And Walker also checking in for Houston. And Hokinson also coming back in for Barron's.
Well, Badgers close to their starting lineup here as they've got 3 of their starters on the floor.
Well, it was Blackner was shoot 2.
No, just 1. He made.
Never mind.
So he converts the 3-point play. Cuts the lead to 5. Now the Badgers need a defensive stop here.
See, looks like Nygren was about to take it in, but pocket kickball violation. Moore had it there as Jeremich tried to feed it into Condi, it looks like.
They really like to go to Condi inside. He's got a good, strong body, and he does a good job of shielding the defensive player. He's probably one of their very best inside players.
I agree. He's hit quite a few fadeaways and turnarounds. Looks like Nygren's looking for some help. He got the screen by Condi. Gives off to Jeremich. Jeremich gives back to Neal. As Neal drives in and passes it back out to Walker. As Walker gives off to Nygren. Nygren drives in, and just the defense was too much for him.
Good defense. The Badgers really did need a stop right there if they want to get a little bit closer in this. Down by 5.
So Neverker's taking it into the post. Post up. Nope. Pass it off to. Looks like now Walker has the ball. Walker tried to drive it in, gives off to Moore, and Moore takes the 3 and nails it.
I like that shot. Now Jeremich has got to respect that, and he's got to come outside and play defense on Truman Moore. That's going to open up the inside for the Badgers, and it's going to give them some driving lanes and a chance to work inside to one of the other players.
Kind of like how I'd say Joel Embiid affects the game in the Sixers. Now Nygren passes off to Jeremich. Jeremich on the outside doesn't dare drive in on Moore. As Walker kind of gets a screen there and can't convert the stop.
Way off the mark.
Little mid-range jumper from Walker. And
Badgers a chance to tie it or take the lead, and off the mark. No good. Blackner couldn't hit it.
A little deep for that one there.
And quick. The Badgers have been doing a good job offensively of running the offense. I'd like to see them run the offense a little bit more.
I agree. It kind of helps them out a bit more, get some good shots.
That was a quick 3.
As Neal takes the top of the key again, and it looks like he's asking for a screen. Condi does give him the screen, but the paint's clogged up as Nygren takes the ball, and he drives in and gets blocked by Truman Moore.
Truman Moore comes over and helps and knocks it away. think that's 3 block shots in the game so far for Truman Moore.
And now Chase Berry and Paktanovic check back in.
4 seconds on the shot clock here.
Blaisdell gets it. Lost the defender, but Truman Moore's defensive prowess just gets in there as Hokanson takes it up and gets.
Could not get it to
fouled.
go.
But he was so close to getting the and one there. But at least now he's shooting 2.
Hokanson, a good job of getting to the hoop. He's really just had some bad luck in this game of getting some of his shots to fall.
He has, and I think, you know, sometimes it takes 2 free throws to get your rhythm back together.
That could be. There's the first.
First one.
4th team foul on USU Eastern, so the Badgers still not in the bonus.
Nygren checks out, and Nokovic comes back in after a little rest there.
Chance to tie it here for Hokanson as the Badgers trail by 1, 47-46.
Now give credit to the Badgers here because the USU Eastern was pulling away there a bit for a second.
Now they had, what was it, 8-point lead was their biggest lead? Now a tie once again at 47.
Few lead changes and ties in this game now. As Neal gives it off to Nokovic. Nokovic getting guarded by Walker. And Paktanovic gets it inside to Jeremic, and it looks like they call a foul on
Truman Moore.
That's third one now, isn't it, or 4th?
I think that's his 3rd. So they've gotten some good minutes. He can stay in there. If they want to give him rest, they can, but he doesn't have to come out with the fouls.
Nice.
We're at 7:38 remaining here, and he just picked up his 3rd.
My philosophy is if it's the last half or quarter, you let him play it, as Jeremic hits the first of 2. Jeremic kind of having a good shooting night tonight, just besides maybe 1 or 2 misses. Make that 3.
Good job by Walker to track down the rebound.
Now Hokanson brings it up past the S for Snow there. Gives it in with a nice pass to Moore. Moore trying to find some help. Gives it to Walker. Walker takes the 3 and nails it. And
that's huge.
Great shot by Walker. He needed that too.
Badgers lead by 2, 50-48.
Berry looking for some help. Gets the screen. Gets off to Paktanovic. Paktanovic with some good defense from Neberker. Gives off to Blaisdell. Neal gets the screen. Gives off to Jeremic. Jeremic does not go in. Kind of threads it through to Paktanovic, and we got a foul.
Nice pass inside.
Is out on Neberker?
It is. That's the first on Neberker. So already in the double bonus here with 7 minutes to go. Only 14 fouls on USU Eastern.
And he misses it.
So this is almost the exact reversal of that first half. Except the Badgers didn't get into the double bonus till 2 minutes left. USU Eastern is in it early.
A little bit faster.
They missed both, however.
Fans are starting to get into it a bit here now.
Pantovic misses both free throws, so the Badgers with the 2-point lead. Again, the quick 3. I don't like it.
It's not a good shot.
Yeah, run the offense. You can have that 3 anytime.
Blaisdell with the mid-range jumper.
That's a 4-point turnaround right there. 2 that the Badgers didn't score, and it turned into 2 quick points for USU Eastern.
Hokanson gives it off to Walker. Walker's trying to look like he wants to screen. Moore does give him it, but he's still got 2 defenders on him. Moore wanted it, but he gives it in to Neberker, who finishes it.
I almost thought Neberker waited too long. He was expecting the defense right on him. They weren't there, but he still got the basket.
Looks like Ruzek is set to check in here soon, as Nokovic passes it inside to Paktanovic, who just drives it in on top of Moore and hits the easy 2. Neberker got the ball, had a bit of fancy moves, but loses it. Not too smart when you're in a tight game like this.
You got to respect every possession here in this half.
And Paktanovic gets called for the offensive foul. Hokanson gets thrown to the, well, not thrown, but pushed to the floor.
Picelli doesn't like it, and he's going at one of the referees, but it's not going to change it.
Paktanovic has to check out now. How many fouls is that on him now?
Curtis Condi also up in the face of a referee, but it's not going to change anything.
You know, though, sorry, go ahead.
That's the 4th on Pantovic, and he's out.
I was going to say, you have to be careful, especially in close games like this, not to get a technical. Blackner gets it, kind of has a double team on him. Pass off to Moore. Moore takes the 3.
This one's off.
No, but good
rebound, Johnson.
Rebound. Walker takes the 3.
And he hits it.
Now, from a personal standpoint, I don't like that shot when the defender's in your face. I mean.
But the Badgers get the big 3 and take the 3-point lead, 55-52.
That's a big shot, but still, those in-your-face ones don't normally go down.
Right.
Though credit does go to Walker for hitting it.
Walker hit it. And he's got the confidence to hit it right now. You know, it's kind of interesting. These very seldom have I seen, and I'm probably wrong, but what I've seen, Walker or Hokanson is usually on.
Yeah.
You know, very seldom are both of them off. And tonight, I just haven't felt that Hokanson has had his game going really well, but Walker, he has.
The defense, I give credit to USU Eastern's defense because they shut down Hokanson. You know, like you said, he's been having a rough time trying to find that shot tonight, and they're not letting him do it.
Well, at the half, Hokanson had 2, and he's hit 2 free throws, I know. But I'm pretty sure he's
hit one more shot.
One more shot, so maybe 6. But Walker had 9 at the half. He just hit another 3, so he's got at least 12. 55-52, 5.5 minutes remaining, and this is crunch time now.
Ruzek checks back in for Jeremic as Jeremic sits down the rest.
No, Jeremic is in too. They're playing both the big guys at the same time.
We're going with twin. Got some 2 Wasatch front defense here.
And the Badgers have zone defense out there.
All right, Blaze Neal looking for some help, gives it off to Barry. Barry drives it in, gives off to Nokovic on the outside 3-point line. Nokovic trying to look for a pass as Barry's open and drives it in. What a pass, but Jeremic about lost it. Nokovic for 3, and it bounces off the iron, but offensive rebound for USU, and it gets picked off. Butler passes off. Hokanson, no.
Just cannot find his shot tonight.
Jeremic having a rough time right now. Walker trying to get the steal. Nokovic gives it off to Barry. Barry looking for another pass here. Gives it off to
almost
Ruzek,
stolen.
almost stolen. Barry giving it to Nokovic, top of the key. Nokovic gives off to Neal. Back to Nokovic. Nokovic drives. No, and he loses it. And they give it to USU Eastern.
You know, I know the Badgers were looking for the dagger in the heart right there, but again, that's an early 3. The clock is in your favor.
It is.
Run some clock. You've got a 3-point lead.
Nokovic, and one shot can change the game here if USU hits one. And Chase Berry wide open, almost
went
it.
in. Boy, that thing looked like it was going to ricochet off hard, and it really hit soft.
The Badgers really need a scoring opportunity down here, or we may be looking at overtime.
Badgers going to run the offense now and run some clock, which is a good idea.
Hokanson looking for somebody, gets it. Johnson gives it back to him. As Hokanson kind of dance around, step back 3, and airballs it.
It is just not there for Hokanson. And that was a mismatch. Hokanson had Pantovic on him.
Yeah, he was trying to use that mismatch to his favor, but Nokovic left wide open for 3, does not hit it. But the offensive rebound comes down to USU, and there's a foul called.
Who are they going to call this on?
Jake Walker.
Wow. So Pantovic will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 because they're in the double bonus. USU Eastern still has a foul to give. They only have 5 team fouls. The Badgers might not shoot free throws.
And he hits the 1 of 2. These are big time crunch time free throws right here. And it looks like Barons checks back in.
Who came out? Hokanson came out.
And he hits 2 of 2. Big shots right there. That puts him behind a 1-point deficit right now. Barons takes it up court, past the Snow S. Gives it off to Walker. Walker gives it into Moore. Moore looking for some help. Gives off to Johnson. Johnson gives to Walker. Walker with a 3. No, just bounces off the iron as Blaze Neeld comes down with it. Nokovic gives it back to Neeld. Neeld looked like he's trying to pass it there to Walker right on defense. Gets it inside. Chase Berry wide open. Oh, that made him pay there. Right off. Looks like out of bounds. Great hustle by Berry there.
Jeremy tried to tip it out for Berry, and Berry just couldn't quite get to it. He did get a hand on it, but he'd stepped out of bounds when he did it. Badgers really dodged a bullet there and came up with a big defensive stand.
Yeah, usually those wide open shots are daggers. Behrens takes down court, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson trying to get it to Moore. Moore in some tough defense. Moore is looking for some help. He's going to try to post it up against Jeremic with a nice pass. Butler loses it though. Blackner.
Back door to Blackner, and Blackner just kind of bobbled it, tried to tip it out for somebody, and went out of bounds.
Now Blaze Neeld takes it up court. Behrens right there to meet him. Gives it off to Berry. Berry looks like he was going to give it off to Paktanovic. He wanted it, but he gets it now and lays it in.
Nice high-low. Jeremic up high and Pantovic down low, and they work that high-low to perfection and take a 1-point lead.
It looks like a bit of a mismatch there too. Behrens calls up the screen and gets a bit of a mismatch. Johnson goes down. Moore gets it, passes off to Behrens. Behrens drives it in. And does not
in and
hit
out.
It.
What a great move. Got it on the glass. That thing went all the way down, looked like it touched the net and then came back out.
Blaze Neeld.
Boy, you need a defensive stop right now,
yes,
and USU Eastern can really do some damage here if they can get a good look.
Looks like, we got the screen. Neeld did not drive it though. Nokovic wants it. Takes the sidestep 3, no, but does not get the rebound back to the USU Eastern Eagles. Blaze Neeld running down the clock, kind of drives it in. Walker right on top of him, trying to get it. Neeld drives it and gives it off to Paktanovic. Paktanovic looks for some help. It's off to Berry, Berry back to Neeld. Paktanovic drives it in, but it is blocked.
Blocked by Moore, that's his 4th. What a huge defensive play for Snow. Huge defensive play.
Timeout called by Moore there.
And Hokanson is going to check back in at the dead ball. So 1:15 remaining. Badgers down by 1. They have the ball. USU Eastern is shooting the double bonus, so every foul they shoot 2. The Badgers have yet to get to the free throw line in the bonus. In fact, USU Eastern still has a foul to give, and that could be a big thing too. If you got a team that's trying to work it for that last shot, you can let them get into their offense and then foul them and make them reset.
I agree, but I think right now what Snow needs to do is run their offense. Get their cuts going like they were going through earlier in the second half. Get those three-point shooters wide open. Don't try to thread the needle to more, as it's just good, but there's so much defense down there trying to clogging up the paint.
Yeah.
And they keep, they got to get some smart plays going. And I think, what USU Eastern wants to do to win this game is just keep playing their defense. Big game right now.
See who the Badgers come back out on the floor with.
USU still up 1.
So USU Eastern's going to come out with Neeld, Pantovic, Jeremic,
and
Berry,
yeah,
and
Nokovic.
The Badgers go with Johnson, Blackner, Walker, Stockton Shorts.
And that will be their lineup as he gets it into Hokanson. Hokanson's still at the back near the S there. Kind of gets the screen from Stockton Shorts, and he drives it. Gives it off to Johnson though. Johnson gives it back. Stockton Shorts looking for an opening. He drives it.
High off the glass, no call.
He was kind of looking for it there too. Blaze Neeld just running down the clock right now. Badgers need a defensive stop.
Oh, big time.
Neeld looking for a shot. He wants some ISO. He gets the screen.
USU Eastern going to run plenty of the shot clock down to 10.
Pantovic kind of running down the clock. He wants Berry to have it, but the defense getting on him. Berry has got the ball.
They've got to shoot it. 2, 1.
Barry almost has it.
And Pantovic almost had the rebound, but the Badgers steal it away.
All right, 25-second left, crunch time. Quick three, not a good shot.
20 seconds to go. What? You're only down one, and you're taking a three with 20 seconds to go.
Not a great shot, and now I think they fouled Pantovic, and I think Pantovic's going to the line. Pantovic needs to just hit. He needs to hit two of them, and it's. The fans are going to get into this one. Pantovic misses the first. Looks like Truman Moore's coming in for some rebounds here. Snow trying to go big. Jeremich, the big man, has been causing some trouble. Pantovic missed his first one. We'll see if he makes the second. Fans in and out. Lucky stop there.
You do not need a three. You can make a two, and you can win this ball game.
Hokanson being guarded by Neal. Neal with some good defense. Lucky. They got lucky there.
They did. Good hands by Barry to knock that out of bounds.
We got a timeout called by the Snow Badgers. 8 seconds left on the clock.
Badgers take the timeout. We'll keep it right here. 8.2 seconds remaining. Badgers have the ball.
I think we're going to go back to that last play by the Badgers. That not a good shot.
I just don't get it. Yeah, I don't understand why you're taking a quick three when you're only down by one. Run the offense, get a good look.
I agree.
And Walker's had a great game, but that shot, he was drifting a little bit to his left. It's not the best look you can get.
You need to find yourself a look you're comfortable with, because when you get in these moments, you get all tensed up and you kind of tend to miss. But I think right now, what the coaches are doing right, they're going to drop a play for them to try to get either a two. I would try to go for the two right now, just to win it.
Three's just a lower percentage shot. Unless it's going to be wide open, unless you penetrate and kick for a wide look, but it doesn't have to be a three to win. You're only down one.
What a good game though tonight here.
These two teams are very, very evenly matched up. It's an exciting one. It's hard to believe that USU Eastern dropped the game at Colorado Northwestern.
So Snow going small here. They got Johnson, Hokanson, Blackner, Walker, Stockton Shorts, and Neverkirk. Well, no, Neverkirk looks like he was about to come out, but no. Paktonovic, Neal, Nokovic, and Barry, and Ruzek are in for the USU Eagles.
Stockton Shorts draws the foul. But again, they're not shooting free throws because that's only the sixth. So 4.5 seconds remaining. The Badgers, and see, I like this.
I do too.
I mentioned it before that USU Eastern was in a great position because they have a foul to give.
But it looks like Moore and Jeremich are set to check back in soon. I don't know what we're going to plan here. The crowd's got into it.
Well, you've only got 4.5 seconds now, so you don't have time to set up a full-blown offense here. You're going to have time for one, maybe two passes at the most, and then you're going to have to launch the shot.
I would maybe see if I could get a little mismatch for Moore. That's my thought. Get a mismatch for Moore and let him just lay it up in it, or give a screen to Stockton Shorts just to put it in there.
The only downside to Truman Moore is he usually takes a little time to develop that shot. It takes a few seconds for him to back in and get in position for that jump hook. That's the only reason I maybe would not go to Truman Moore. You need somebody that's going to be able to catch and shoot fairly quickly, or make the pass and let him drive and try to draw some contact. But refs are hesitant to call a foul here on something that's going to determine the game.
This late in the game. You always get those controversy calls where you're like, well, why'd you call it then and not, there?
I don't think you can count on it. So Moore did not come. Yes, he did. Moore's in the corner. Hokanson's going to inbound. He's got Johnson, Walker, and Shorts.
see.
4.5 seconds.
They need a good shot. Moore looks like he wanted it. No!
Moore had the shot, missed it, and then has it blocked. And USU Eastern has won the game, 56-55.
Moore was looking for the
Moore
foul.
was wide open.
Yeah, he was.
He was wide open. He had a good look and just could not get it to go. Got his own rebound and went back up.
But it got blocked
Got
by
it blocked
German.
by Rusek, Wojciech Rusek.
So Rusek coming up clutch right now. And really, what happened there is that it was just a matter of making shots at that end point. And he was wide open, and I'm not going to, rat on him.
It's
because
tough.
we all have that, moment when you try to shoot. We all can't make the shots. And he had a good game tonight.
Got the look you wanted, though. You needed an open look, and it was an open jumper from about 10 feet. And Truman did a great job of following it up, but Rusek a great defensive stand and come up with a block. You got to hand it to USU Eastern. They did everything they had to do to win. They didn't shoot the best from the free throw line, but when it really mattered, they came up with the defensive stops, and the Badgers had some trouble offensively. They were not getting the shots to fall. I think they made a few bad decisions taking quick shots, but you live and learn, and you know what? You're probably going to end up facing this team again in the tournament, so you still got a long ways to go.
I think now you're going to circle this one in the tournament, make sure you win that one. But it kind of just, the whole game I feel like I mentioned before, is what my dad always says, hit your shots and you'll be okay. And both sides were hitting them at one point, but you had a little bit of a sparse shooting moment there for both teams.
Yep. All right, so the Badgers will be on the road on Thursday, right? We said they're on the road Thursday against Colorado, then back home against Colorado on Saturday. So those are two huge games. If the Badgers are hoping to stay at the top of the SWAC, right now this loss hurts them quite a bit. But if they can pick up 2 wins against Colorado, they'll be in pretty good shape.
I agree. But Colorado's been playing tough lately, so that's going to be another game there, another battle. They got to regroup from this one and just go on to the next.
Agreed. All right, thanks to everybody for tuning in for us. My apologies to Dr. Michael Huff. I forgot your first name, but I could have just gone with Dr. Huff, I guess.
PhD.
So the Badgers with a tough loss here at home. We'll have the game for you on Snow Badger TV, youtube.com/Snow Badger TV, Thursday night from Colorado, Saturday from right here at the Snow College Activity Center.
All right. Everybody have a good night tonight.